I've always been a fan of CJ Studios. I've enjoyed watching all their videos. I started watching CJ Studios after Lost and Beyond Remastered came out. From there, I've been binge watching every CJ Studios episode that has came out, from digital vids to the Avengers of Beyond City. The Halloween specials were always my favorites. I saw the first and original Halloween special, No Light, which was a parody of the horror film Lights Out. And then the following year, I saw Haunted Teddy Bear from The Adventures of Beyond City. I thought it was a good one as well. But then, 2023, it was announced that Sean Moss Jr. would be returning to CJ Studios and he would be writing a Halloween special for that year. To say that I was excited was an understatement. I waited and waited until we got more information about this upcoming Halloween skit. I wanted to know what was going to happen. I wanted to know who was going to be cast in it. Until I find out, the title of the video will be Trick or Treat Downfall, and it will be a digital vids episode. Neither Sean or Caesar had posted about who exactly was in the video or who exactly was going to happen. So I patiently waited. I waited until the time was right to watch the video, which it was. Halloween night, October 31st. The video premiered. I was excited. I was waiting there, waiting for the film to begin. To say I was a bit weirded out, when I first clicked on the video, it took longer to load, unlike any other CJ Studios video. I just thought it was a bug or something with the YouTube website, so I didn't mind it. But then the video started. To say that the logo was a bit different. The CJ Studios logo, instead of the witch hat for Halloween, instead had horns and red eyes and a fiery background. I thought they were just trying to experiment with something new for Halloween, so I kind of shrugged it off. The video then started. It started with Caesar announcing that it was going to be a perfect Halloween night and he was inviting his friends to go trick-or-treating. Simple video storyline enough. Caesar was preparing everything for Halloween. Cruz showed up. I saw Cruz in the Digital Vids episode Dollar Stare Down, so he was quite new to the channel. And then I saw one of the new actors, Daniel. He was interesting as he was dressed up as a Minecraft Steve. And then there was the joke about the potatoes. The potatoes were really funny. I thought it was hilarious how instead of candy it was potatoes. And then I saw Zach, who was a new actor for the channel, and then Kayla, who recently appeared in Unbelievably Charming. It was reference after reference, with Halloween costumes and just parodies. And then Sean came along. He was dressed up as Ghostface from Scream. I thought it was funny how he tried to do the impression of Ghostface, but failed miserably. Throughout the rest of the video, it was strange. It kept freezing and bugging out. I kept thinking YouTube had an error or something, but I didn't really mind it. After the house scene, we then cut to a forest. I didn't really know why we went into a forest. It was really strange. They then started building a campfire and they started talking about a Wendigo. I thought it was strange why they would talk about a Wendigo, but then again it was a Halloween special, so I wasn't really expecting much. And then it cut to black, and then we get a still image of Caesar. It looked like he was laying on the ground in an abandoned asylum. I thought, what the hell? Why would Caesar put that in? I didn't really mind it. I thought it was just weird. And then after that, we were in an ice cream shop. The ice cream shop was weird and strange. It was empty. There was no one behind the counter. The lights were off. And it looked like there was blood splattered all over the ice cream counter. I thought to myself, okay, maybe they did this for the video. But then, behind Caesar, I noticed there was a figure. It didn't look like any of the cast members. It looked like a big, bulky figure. It had horns and it had a goat-like face. It was standing, just staring. I thought to myself, maybe that's just someone in a costume. And then it cut to a park. Caesar and Sean and the others were having a conversation about where to go for candy. I thought it was funny how they brought up Barney and how Zach was going to get jumped by a Barney costume. And then afterwards, it cut to an ad break about a funeral. I thought it was really strange why that would be the specific ad. After the video came back, then it showed Caesar and Sean and the others at another park. The lights were out and it was pitch black dark. Afterwards, Caesar grabbed a bag. I thought he was going to pull out candy, but instead his hand came out bloody, as inside the bag was disembodied limbs. I didn't know what to say. The blood didn't even look fake. It looked real. It was real blood. And then afterwards, the screen glitched, and then it cut to Caesar, Sean, Cruz, Zach, and Daniel standing in the park. I didn't know what they were doing. And out of the blue, I hear a loud scream, louder than anything I've ever heard before. It was ear-piercing. Afterwards, the screen then cut to black, and then we cut to an image of Caesar again, but this time, he's missing eyes. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. This was so creepy and disturbing. But I figured it was for Halloween, so it must be just for the spirit of the holiday. But then, after the cut from Caesar, it cut to something that I would never unsee in my life. It was Kayla. She was on the ground. She was covered in blood. Her intestines were piled on top of her. Her throat and wrist were slit. She was missing her head. She was dead. I thought it was all practical effects and fake. It was real. She was even holding her heart that was still beating. I felt like I was about to vomit at the sight. I didn't know what to say or what to do. I was just stuck, like I was in a trance. Afterwards, Caesar and Sean started arguing about what to do, and Caesar started complaining about how they were too old to trick-or-treat. Why the hell were they complaining about being too old to trick-or-treat when someone just got killed? Afterwards, Caesar and Sean and Zach and Daniel and Cruz go into a group hug and start crying about the death of their friend. And then out of nowhere, the lights in the park go out. And then, out of the blue, a creature, the same creature from the ice cream shop, started brutally tearing apart Caesar and his friends, ripping off their limbs, tearing them apart. I heard the flesh. It was gruesome. It was graphic. Why would YouTube allow this? Isn't this supposed to be for kids? I didn't understand. I don't know what was going on. I tried to click off the video. It wouldn't let me. I tried pausing. It wouldn't let me. I tried to close the YouTube page. It wouldn't let me. I even tried to shut off my computer. It wouldn't let me. I had no other choice but to just sit there and continue watching. After the brutal massacre I witnessed, it then cut to Nathan, Caesar's little brother, who was just sitting on the couch holding a knife. And the knife looked real. It didn't even look like a fake knife. It didn't even have fake blood. It was real blood. Then I noticed a figure pass by the window in the background. I couldn't see what it was, but it had horns. Nathan then looked up and looked at the screen. He then got up, and then, in blacked out eyes, Nathan appeared in front of the screen. He then said in a deep demonic voice, "You're next." Before, the same figure from earlier which I believe was Satan, the devil himself, tore Nathan apart and then looked at the screen. All the figure said was, "I will see you in hell, your soul is mine," before the screen then cut to black and the video ended with the CJ Studios logo bleeding from the eyes. I didn't know what to say. I was speechless. I was so confused and scared. The video ended and my computer crashed. I didn't want to get back on my computer. I was too afraid of what would happen. I thought a virus was on my computer now. I waited till the next morning, and then I got back on my computer. My computer was perfectly fine. I then went back onto the CJ Studios YouTube channel. Trick or Treat Downfall was still there. But it was a new upload. As I said, it was uploaded hours ago. I clicked on the video, and it was the regular video. It wasn't the horrifying thing that I witnessed last night. It was what was supposed to be uploaded. I then contacted Caesar and asked him, what did I watch? I told him everything. I wasn't expecting an email back since he had contact info, and he was probably getting emails from all of his other fans. I got a reply. "Hey, thank you for reaching out. I don't know what you saw or what you witnessed, but I must tell you that was not the Trick or Treat Downfall you were meant to see. We never filmed anything of the sort. All we ever filmed was the crying scene, and the crying was about us being too old to trick or treat. I'm sorry for what you had to witness, and I deeply apologize." That's where it ended. All I will say is that although Caesar gave an explanation, it will never, ever make me forget about the horrifying video that I saw. I don't even know what that figure was. Was it a Wendigo, like the crew was talking about? Or was it the devil? I may never get my answer. And as for Caesar said on his Instagram Live, he said that he got reports about people seeing this dark web version of Trick or Treat Downfall. He believes that someone tampered with his YouTube channel and they uploaded a horrifying version of the original video. I may never know. But all I ask, for anyone who watches CJ Studios, make sure you check which video you're going to watch before you view it. Do not have the same experience as me. You will regret it, and that is a guarantee. Please don't make the same mistake that I made.